Found what I've been looking for.
Welcome everyone to the talk show. I'm here with
Charlie McBride
and Rory Percival.
Today we're going to be talking about football and VAR and if it's needed in football and how it's affecting football. So let's start with Charlie. Do you know what it is?
So I think VAR is a really difficult subject in football. It's very controversial. It's basically what it is that it's the video assistant referee, where the referee, if he feels like there is a chance for them that there was a foul or something's gone wrong, they can run over to a monitor, and there's a team as well who are watching it back, and he runs over to the monitor and watches it and sees if it's a foul, and most of the time it is correct because they're being able to watch a replay of what's just happened. But it does take a lot of time. It ruins the game almost because of how much time it's taken, because at the end of the day they'll never get that time back in extra time.
And Rory, how do you think it's changed football?
Well, I mean, I think it's changed the pacing, so you kind of lower the overall hype and adrenaline from the game, and it's also changed the amount of time that's spent on the actual football part of the football match. But on the other hand, it is for precision purposes and making sure it's as fair as possible. So it's quite interesting that it's quite like a 50-50 topic. People aren't really too sure. I think it'll be interesting to see what a compromise would be and how there's a nice future.
So have there been any times where you think there should have been VAR, like something happened where VAR wasn't there and you think, well, if it was there it would have been cleared up or not?
I think there's been a couple of times. Diego Costa foul on Emre Can when there was a bit of a battle going on, and Diego Costa didn't get along with Liverpool. There was a few incidents with him. He used to have a lot of fights, but there was this one where he fouled Emre Can. Emre went to the floor, and he jumped over Emre, but as he jumped, he looked down and stamped on Emre's ankle, which could seriously injure someone, and it's just not acceptable in football. But he got away with it because there was nothing for them to go and see, and there was no proof that he did it, except for the massive hole in his foot.
There is one thing I want to talk about is Liverpool against West Brom, where West Brom actually did win 2-3, but West Brom, it could have been 3-1 in 20 minutes, but there was something which happened during play. I think there was a foul, and it just shows you that VAR has a huge, it can change games. And there was another point in the game where Salah got pulled back. Well, people think he got pulled back.
He did get pulled back.
But that's another thing where VAR, a lot of people do think that it is needed, but if it's taking so long to check, because it can take 6, 7, 8 minutes to check, and you only get 4 minutes at a time. So that is one thing which is pretty bad.
Do you think as the technology improves, then it'll be far quicker, and then we can include it while still having the game?
Yeah, I mean, it is just in it's not complete yet. It's still being tested out. It's not in the Premier League yet, for example.
But in the Bundesliga there is.
Yeah.
There was that incident with the penalty, wasn't there, the other week, where there was a big penalty shout and the referee didn't give it, and then the players went in for half time, and he obviously went to the monitor and watched it back and decided then that it was a penalty, which is weird because in football you could never really call back a half time call.
That's the thing that made the headlines. Once it's half time, then that's it. You shouldn't call back out.
But he came back out and scored, didn't he? So and that was quite controversial.
There was also the Harry Kane incident with there's 2-2 Tottenham against Liverpool, where Harry Kane, it was 2-1 to Liverpool, and in the last seconds of the game, Harry Kane got fouled, and they checked VAR. This is in the Premier League, where you're not supposed to be checking it, and that's obviously. But then they obviously checked on TV, and it wasn't Premier League. Do you think it was a Premier League?
I don't believe it was. It was very harsh because basically, the Mella had gone in for the ball, but he was already falling down. He was still falling. He was falling down before he even got touched. He was going down, and he's known for diving, which is the most frustrating thing because you obviously know he's diving for the ball.
Right. So Rory, do you think it should be brought into the Premier League or not?
I think they should wait. I think they should only bring it in when it's quick enough, so then as little time is spent on it as possible for them to get the same result. I mean, they need to make sure it's fair and can, see any problems that happen in the game that aren't allowed. But if it's going to be something as big as the Premier League, they should maybe wait until it's a bit more developed before including it.
But at the weekend there was that incident with Ibrahimovic in the MLS, in which they're using it quite regularly there now, where there was a player and he's just running and he's kind of backed into Ibrahimovic, and he's quite a big guy, but he doesn't like physical play really, does he? He's known for going out at players, so that there was one with Tyron Mings, which should have been, both players should have been sent off.
But last season there was a VAR. That was obviously a huge reason why they're thinking about it now. Because obviously Mings trod on his head, and then during a corner he just jumped up and he elbowed him, but no one saw it. So he didn't get red card.
And it's dangerous play.
And if VAR was there, they would have both got red.
So anyways, in the MLS at the weekend, this player's backing up into him to kind of win the ball, getting ready to muscle him out, which is allowed. But what he did was back up, and he wasn't looking, so because he's walking backwards. He kind of stood on his foot, which annoyed Ibrahimovic. And Ibrahimovic just hit out. He smacked him in the head, like that. Just gave him a smack in the head, and both players went down. Ibrahimovic knew that he'd done wrong, so he dived, and he was like, my foot. But the ref went and watched it and gave the player who stood on his foot a yellow card, and Ibrahimovic got a red, which is rightfully done.
Thank you guys for listening. This has been The Talk Show. Hope you enjoyed it, and tune in next time.
And I can't seem to find what I'm wanting. It's changing all the time, and if you noticed a different side of mine, then I found what I've been looking for. Found what I've been looking for. Found what I've been looking for. Found what I've been looking for.
And the feeling at the moment is very positive. We're still in a testing phase, but for the referees, it's kind of a parachute. I think we all appreciate any kind of support, and with the VAR, we have somebody behind us to be backed, to be backing in certain moments. The most important thing is for the referee on the pitch to feel like the man in charge, to still take decisions on the pitch, and to see the VAR assistant kind of as a parachute, what I mentioned before. So we shouldn't change too much on the pitch, just be self-confident, feel self-confident, and take our decisions as before.
There was something that's implemented in English football, quite controversial now, VAR. What do you think of VAR? Is it good for the game?
I like it, because you can't make mistake.
That's true.
With the video, but the problem is sometimes you need to wait.
Do you know what I mean?
And on the pitch, when the referee say no, I'm doing something with it. So sometimes it's long, 1 minute, 2 minutes. To be fair, I like it because you can see everything. You can't lie. You say if you dive,